because he always used to act when defending.
I think it's like.
People deluded, I'm back again. Now, I apologize for the late upload. It is getting hard to balance the 23s, 18s, and first team reviews. But where Arsenal's under 23s are concerned, Arsenal 3, Brighton 0, a brace from Balogun, a good solo goal from Salahuddin, who he scored, I think, in both recent weeks now, but he's found his feet at this level. A lovely day at the Emirates, lovely day at the carpet, encouraging performances from other players who weren't involved, the usual suspects where people are concerned, the Charlie Patinos, etc., people. Again, when Brighton at both levels, they recruit play. Also, I felt Joe Lopez played well, for what it's worth. But when you think of Brighton, I think of 18s or 23s anyways. They recruit very well. They have a good local academy. They recruit very well. They recruit a lot of decent under 23s and 18s. Like, I think came off the bench. I'm sure he might have even started Todd Miller, who was doing things at Colchester before they picked him up. Just wish our first team won this same game last weekend by the same scoreline, but it is what it is. This game told me a lot of what I know already. A couple of these players, specifically Balogun, not learning anything at this level. Let's be real, it's half a season wasted for Balogun. I say that not to be disrespectful. He started a Premier League game. I know we lost against Norwich, me and you and everyone who's an Arsenal fan. That's what we care about. But for Balogun, that was a fantastic moment. But I think he's needed to, from last season, be out of his comfort zone. Maybe if there was no contract stuff, he might have gone out on loan or done anything. I think once you look past signing the new deal and all of these things, and we look down to, okay, it's now to prove you're an Arsenal player, I think it was pretty naive to assume that, this first half of the season, he was going to solidify himself. He needs to play. He needs to be out of his comfort zone. Same way he played against Brentford and was out of his comfort zone, he needs that. He batted up Brighton. He's doing hella skills he probably will not do at first team level. He needs to be out of his comfort zone. It was an encouraging game from a very good, promising footballer, but we need to know what we're getting. And for me, with the club, you should have known with no Europa League, it was a bit naive to have Eddie Nketiah, Balogun, Martinelli, who can play up there, Aubameyang and Lacazette, if I haven't missed out, on the books for at least half a season. I know January people can leave where Lacazette and Eddie are concerned. Aubameyang's going to go AFCON, or could go AFCON, assuming he does go. So there's things we could learn. I don't know what Balogun's supposed to learn at this level. It's fun. It's all fun and game scoring. Everybody, blowing smoke up your arse on Instagram and all these things, but, and training with the first team and whatnot. But what's really changed? And for me, if you can find the right loan, send him somewhere so he's out of his comfort zone and he can cut the mustard. I'm sure he probably learned a lot more in them little minutes against Brentford. And forgive me if I'm wrong, he might have got minutes against Chelsea. I'm probably capping there. He might have. Then he will learn against Brighton at this level, because 9 times out of 10 people, and Chelsea's got a number of examples as well, and other clubs as well. He's probably been ripping these same guys for years, and playing against these guys for years. So it's great, in this game to get a brace, fantastic bit of skill, which led to the penalty for the second goal, where he made the second goal where he's made no mistakes. Obviously it is what it is. They look to be a golfing class. We look like we wanted it a bit more. I say that Brighton did. Obviously, they weren't shying powering punches. If I look at the statistics, they weren't out the game too much. We were just way more clinical people. They had 5 corners. They had 10 shots. They had 5 on target. They had 41% possession to our 58. But as I said, we were just on another level. We just overran them. We just looked, for me, we looked more on it. We looked more solidified in the midfield. It looked like the system we was playing. And obviously the positions Balogun takes up when he pulls over to the left-hand side, similar to how Aubameyang likes to make that run, were causing their defense problems. And I think the first goal is a calamity, a calam of a penalty to concede by Brighton. Obviously, Balogun's misstruck it. Fortunately, it's gone into the path and he makes no mistake and slots it in. And then it's just plain sailing from there. We go 2-0 up and go into half time basically with a 2-goal cushion among everything, courtesy of Salahuddin people, really, really and truly. It's a sweeping move and Salahuddin finishes it. It was a very good move, really. I think Norwich, Arsenal's under 18s against Norwich, the second goal of that 3-0 win, and that goal that we scored with Salah-Ad-Din, they were two real Arsenal goals I've seen of recent games from our young players. So it's nice to see, better well put moves together than some of the first team goals we've scored. Obviously, second half, Balogun gets a brace, scores a penalty after, as I said, you've probably all seen it on YouTube, Brazilian inspired FIFA Street, the action, I love it with Balogun, the audacity to try that, and do it and perfect it. That bit of skill. To be honest, I don't know why the defenders fouled him, but that skill has caused the foul. It looked like he didn't know what he wanted to do, and he's probably still having nightmares. And unfortunately, that's going to stay with him for life. It's a fantastic bit of skill. Really is a lovely bit of skill from Balogun on the channel. I don't even know how to describe it, man. It's just something you would see in cage football. And I like the swagger and the arrogance for Balogun to try that. I want my youngsters to try things. Same way that could have failed. But fortunately for us, it banged. He got a penalty. Better penalty than the first one, weren't it? And yeah, man, he completes what is a convincing win. And I think Balogun's actually been nominated for Premier League 2 player of the month. So if we can, let's get to voting for that. And he deserves it. He's been playing well and whatnot. The only problem for me is it's almost fucking, pardon my language, it's fucking irrelevant. Like, for me as a fan, I know Balogun can do the business at this level. I need to see him outside of his comfort zone. I need to see if he can have that same audacity against a defender that's a seasoned pro, 100 career appearances in a must-win game. If you try that and you get away with it, I rate it, because football is more mental. It's easy when you're playing at home in a Emirates in front of your fans and whatnot. There's a lot of other things. So yeah, man, that's a situation I would like to see him go out on loan if he's not going to play. In my humble opinion, it is what it is in that regard. So yeah, man, shout out to Walters for obviously getting a couple minutes at this level as well. The first year scholar, I like him and Robertson. I think they've been doing well in defense generally. And, obviously there's been one too chances afforded to a couple of players who might not have got them. But apart from that, man, convincing victory. Balogun will take the plaudits. We win 3-0, people. With that being said, I'm not going to take up any more of your time. Apologies. I am going to drop my phone. I'm going to get out of here. People, DG, stay blessed, stay safe, stay in good health. Please make sure you hit the like button and comment any opinions.
So it's always just that active and that defending.
I think it's like
Oh, we're not even cut off the live. Sorry, folks, people. This is how you know it's the end of the day. This is a bit awkward. Sorry, folks.